Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
Oh, only if the lunar eclipse was starting at about, let's say, 6:49, we'd be doing okay. There's a live shot of downtown as you look back off towards the moonrise there. Clear skies for now. That's the good news, but the question is, can we hold on to that as we start to get the partial eclipse starting just after 2 a.m. Early Wednesday morning? All right, let's go out to the storm tracker and we'll show you what we saw for today. A very warm afternoon, another summery afternoon. No record-setting or record-tying out there, but we got pretty darn close, that's for sure. 85 officially in Eugene today. 87 is the record today. Remember, we tied the record of 86 yesterday. That was set back in the late 80s. 83 in Portland, 83 also into Corvallis, much warmer than that, almost touching 90 again as you go towards Medford and into Roseburg. But look where the big difference is today. Yesterday we were temperatures in the 70s that cooled off some. Today 50s and overcast out at the coast. Why? Well, the marine layer is back, and that may be trouble for some folks trying to check out the lunar eclipse. Either way, though, here's the details on that. We'll continue to see if we can't keep some of that fog away. Partial begins at about 2:18 this morning, and that's when you'll start to see this sort of black come over top as the Earth gets in front of the moon and blocks out the sunlight. Now, because it's blocking out the sunlight, it'll turn sort of a burnt orange color. Really, really cool looking color. Total eclipse will happen in almost an entire hour of totality from about 3:27 to 4:22. Fog will be forming at that time. So here's kind of how we're going to put the forecast together for that. Folks at the coast, I don't think we have much of a shot of that tonight. We'll see some of that fog forming inland. The further away you can get from the valleys and certainly the coast and that marine layer, the better chances you have of seeing clear skies and a great looking shot at the moon tonight as that eclipse goes through. So as we go the next couple of hours, we'll continue to see that marine clouds kind of slide in. An indication things are changing just a bit. High pressure is still sitting aloft, meaning that it's still keeping everything rain free, but we're starting to see the intrusion of this marine air back into the forecast. Not only will that cool things off some by tomorrow afternoon, and eventually as we get into Thursday and Friday, what we'll likely see with that as well as the introduction of some more storms as we head into the weekend. So upper to mid 50s at the coast right now. We're at 75 in Corvallis, still in the low 80s as you get to Eugene, still kind of toasty at 87, down to Roseburg in the 70s out into the mountains. A couple of areas of low pressure starting to develop on the back end of this big ridge of high pressure, and this will eventually kind of break down, and as it does, we'll start to see some of these stronger bands, the real thicker ones that you see way off to the west there, start sliding through. Watch as we go into the next 48 hours on the Stormcast how most of that activity just kind of hangs offshore, but then as we get in towards Wednesday night and Thursday, they start getting a little closer, and they eventually will do so as we head in towards your weekend forecast. This weekend will certainly feel much more fall-like as opposed to the one we just had, where it was almost like middle of July. So we'll go partly sunny, could see mostly cloudy skies at times down towards the south coast, might get some of that breaks as we get late into the afternoon in terms of the sunshine potential. Now, should be mostly sunny across the Umpqua tomorrow. Temperatures will be back up into the low 80s. Looking good at the passes, right around 70 degrees, both Santiam and down towards Willamette Pass. Central Oregon, mostly sunny and mid-70s, and for us here in the Willamette Valley. Should be another nice afternoon, but the days are numbered. As you can see on the 7-day forecast there, the clouds take hold by the weekend. Showers take hold by the end of the weekend into early next week. The Umpqua, low 80s tomorrow, then slowly cooling off just a bit, and then really starting to see October make a return early next week with 60s on the board. In the Cascades, that will see more chances for showers, I should say, Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday. And here in the Willamette Valley, same thing. This past weekend, guys, we were talking mid to upper 80s. This weekend, ooh, no, not so much. Probably low 70s, and some showers start next week, too.
The unofficial return of fall.
That's right.
Thanks, Justin.